Everything we know about the Five Nights at Freddy's collab so far. Let's start with the basics. The killer will be obviously Springtrap, despite lots of people saying that it would totally be the Mimic, and his name will be the animatronic. This name might seem obvious, but at the same time I think it's cool that by calling him just the animatronic, it leaves room for legendary cosmetics of other animatronics. In the Fnaf games, you are a security guard or a victim of Springtrap in some other way, but now, after more than 10 years of Fnaf, players will be finally able to play as William Afton. The chapter will have no survivor. Some people speculated that we could have Michael Afton as a survivor, maybe Vanessa the security guard, but unfortunately this chapter has no survivors. He will have a unique mechanic that appears when you play as or against Springtrap. Okay, so what does that mean exactly? An example of a killer with a unique mechanic for both killer and survivors is Vecna. When there is a Vecna in the game, he spawns with several chests around the map. Opening a chest as a survivor is always a gamble, and you as a killer have your powers slightly nerfed every time the survivors find a useful item. But sometimes the survivors can be trapped by the chest and potentially get injured. That's a unique mechanic. So what does that mean for Springtrap? Does that mean he will have something that spawns in the map? Something like security cameras? I mean, maybe. It's not confirmed, but considering the fact that the developers said that they wanted to stay as close as possible to the source material, I would say there is a decent chance of it being cameras. But again, not confirmed. Next, Springtrap's default weapon is going to be a knife. And I know that because when you brighten the trailer to an insane degree, you can kinda see that he is holding a knife. This is just further confirmed because his legendary cosmetic is also holding a knife, which takes us to our next point, which is cosmetics. It is confirmed that Springtrap will have at least one legendary cosmetic straight from the movie and voiced by Matthew Lillard. I was so excited when I saw the reveal of this cosmetic, and I was pretty confused when I went to Twitter and some people were complaining that it looked goofy, but I think that if you're already paying for Matthew Lillard's likeness, you might as well use his face. Matthew Lillard is only voicing that specific cosmetic though. The default Springtrap skin will be voiced by PJ Haywood, who is the original voice actor for Springtrap in the games. They also said that we can expect a big cosmetic collection with this chapter. A lot of people think that we will get security guard cosmetics for some of the original survivors, but we don't know. The only thing confirmed is that we have a lot of Fnaf cosmetics coming our way. The map coming with this chapter will be Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and we've already seen a few pictures. It kinda looks like it's in the Wither Isle, which is the same realm as Greenville and Garden of Joy, but this doesn't mean it will have the same map offering. For example, Tova Landing and Nostromo Wreckage are in the same realm, but they have different offerings. I downloaded these pictures straight from Gamer Rant, who receives their pictures directly from Behavior, so I want to go over the name that they had the pictures saved as, and we will also analyze the map really quickly. Okay, so first picture. This one is called Craft Room, and we can see some animatronic heads and some other spare parts. We also see a hole through the wall and a tree outside, meaning this is going to be both an indoor and outdoor map. This is a different angle from the same picture, now showing us the skeleton of an animatronic, and we can see a little bit of the next room with some tables and a couple of lockers. Next one. This picture was named Arcade. Pretty straightforward, this is an arcade. It has a ball pit, and again, we see a door leading to the outside, and we see arcade machines like the ones in Greenville. Now, this is the main area. We can see a gen in the middle. Most maps have a specific achievement attached to them, where survivors have to repair the generator in the main building and then escape. And I think that's going to be that gen. We see to the right side the door leading to the arcade that we already saw, a couple of ramps to get to the stage, and let's talk about this chicken right here. Her name is Chica, and she always has a tray with a cupcake on it. As we can see here, there is no cupcake, so there is a really good chance that the cupcake will appear somewhere as a jump scare around the map. Here is a different angle of the same area. It's called a party room, and we can see that there is a hole in the ceiling, which probably means this building has a second floor. Next screenshot is called Security Door, and it looks like a locked door. We know, thanks to the developers, that this is a map with the most amount of Easter eggs in the game. I wonder if this door is like the one in Nostromo, where you have to look for a key around the map, and then once you open the door you get a special chest, or a jump scare, or some other surprise. Next, we have these screenshots that unfortunately don't show much. It's just a door leading to the party room and Springtrap's back. Speaking of, let's move on to Springtrap's power. The developers have been very vague about his power. The only thing that they've said is that it will appeal to most Dead by Daylight players, since they use the same philosophy as Dracula for his power. Okay, so what does that mean? The same philosophy as Dracula. I think what it means is that just like Dracula, he will have a few powers, allowing different styles of gameplay. Dracula has Bat Mode, which allows him to be incredibly fast and somewhat stealthy. He also has Wolf Form, which allows you to use a dash attack, or you can just play as a regular vampire that has Hellfire, which as we know is a ranged attack. Those three are very different playstyles, all in the same killer. So I think Springtrap will have something similar. They also said that they tried to stay as close as possible to the source material, which probably means jump scares, but we'll have to wait until the PTV to find out. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and consider subscribing to this channel for more Dead by Daylight content.